a sec.
Okay. Because you're live.
We're live.
We gotta wait for Instagram to live up. Live up.
Okay. Live up. We're waiting to live up. In case you're watching, I know nobody's watching right now, but if you are,
They might be watching on the replay. You never know.
we're living up.
We're living up. Now we're live on Instagram. Woohoo. Let me turn off that tab. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. It's Quilt Talk. I'm not Josh.
Yeah, neither am I.
Oh, what guys?
But look who's there.
Well, he was there. Now he's gone.
I'm here.
Like the wind.
Nobody wants to see me. They want to see that new machine.
That's right. Well, up close and personal.
That's very close. Let me know when somebody jumps on, Tony, because I want to show the machine to them when they get on. So I'm flying blind here.
Okay. Well, tell us
Good
about
morning, everybody.
your trip. Yeah, tell us about your trip. You having fun?
I'm having an amazing time. I'll do just a quick little pan. This Union Station is just awesome.
It's huge.
So,
That's amazing.
it is massive. So, yeah, obviously we were super excited about the Radiance, which I think everybody was. But then they surprised us with the Applaud, which is really cool. And I'll show you guys that in a sec. And then every time I come to these things, it's just you kind of get this, I don't know, all the inspiration and, just the wheels start turning and you get ideas for events. And so it's just always exciting. It's awesome.
Ooh, we got new events coming up now.
Yay.
Yeah.
Where are you going to put?
New events. We'll find a place.
That's right.
We'll find a place.
Yeah, our calendar's a little full, but it'll be next year.
So welcome everybody. This is Quilt Talk Monday morning. I'm Tony. This is Joann, and then we have Josh. Hit that share button and like button so we can get going. And Josh wants to show everybody the new machines from Baby Lockdown.
Yes. He's very
That's
excited
right.
about it.
I am, and I got you know what I just noticed? Woo, that fabric that's on the counter right there.
Oh yeah. Woo. Anne Marie Horner. Yep.
Oh my
we got
God.
fabric to share too. I'm
Yeah,
not showing
you
all of it though.
No, that's all right, and it's a little loud. So if I'm yelling at you, I'm sorry. All right, let me show you guys these new machines here, and it's so funny.
Okay.
They have them like roped off. You can't even get to them. Like I can't reach it. But check this out.
Don't touch.
So this is the Radiance. You notice how they made it like it's even more rounded, like it's sleeker. It's awesome. But that's 14.1 inches of throat space. Look at that thing. It's huge.
Wow.
How big is the screen?
Looks huge.
Looks like 5 inches or so.
I don't know if the screen is any larger than the Solaris. I know that it's upgraded as far as the LCD, like it's more responsive, brighter, all that sort of stuff. But I don't think it's actually larger.
Okay.
Here's one that I can actually touch.
Ooh.
Oh.
Except they don't have it turned on. So
They're afraid people might break it.
I know. It's
Very nice.
That's right. It's absolutely beautiful. And I wish I could sit here and show you guys all of the samples because there are samples. Let me just, don't get dizzy. Don't get dizzy.
Whoa.
There's like samples everywhere and they're just really, really cool. And I would love to show you all of them right now, but I can't. So you're going to have to watch a video that Tony's probably putting together, right?
Sure. Yes, I am. Always.
Okay. So, and I'm going to walk over here. If I get lost every time, I'm going to show you the new Applaud, which is the new 6-thread cover stitch machine. Now, I did make a little video talking about it last night in my hotel room, but there are things on this machine that I just don't understand yet. So our Serger Club will probably appreciate this immediately. Hold on. Sorry, I'm doing this with one hand. And I'm going to show you real quick, guys. You're okay.
Wow.
Can you guys see that at all? I know.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
kind of hard because I'm holding it in reverse.
Yeah, but it's got a deep throat too.
Yeah, 5 inches to the right of the needle.
Wow.
So this is the one where honestly there's a bunch of people trying to make videos around it. So apparently everybody's really excited about this thing. And I tell you, Deb Cannon was over here yesterday. I'm going to walk over here. Hopefully it's a little bit less rowdy. Deb was actually sewing on it yesterday. And those of you that know Deb Cannon know the kind of work that she does. And it was awesome to see her just playing away and the decorative stitches. It's going to be incredible. I tell you, we're going to have some fun with it. And people like me who don't know how to use it, we're going to learn because it's too cool not to.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're having fun, and I can't see if anybody's asking any questions or anything, but Tony, if you would do me a favor, just if you see questions, shoot me a text later, and I'll be happy to come over here and take more videos of anything that people want to see.
Awesome. Yes, of course.
Something I will do
Everyone's just
later.
coming in and saying good morning, so.
Absolutely. Something I will do later, though. Right over there, and you can't see it right now, is Carly Porter's setup, the graffiti quilter, and her work is incredible. So I'll go and do something with her later, hopefully.
Yeah. Did you get a picture with her?
Not yet.
Okay.
It was a little wild yesterday, so find the right. I wasn't wearing the right shirt. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
What makes the right shirt?
I don't know. I'm just being silly. Yeah.
Okay.
Joann
I wasn't matching.
I'm sorry. Next time.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, it's a little crazy here, but thanks for letting me jump on. I miss hanging out with you guys on Monday morning, so it's nice to kind of do this virtually, you know?
Yeah. Very cool. We're glad you joined us.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll tell everybody I said hello, and we'll see you guys soon. We'll be back on Thursday.
Right. Safe travels home.
Have fun showing that fabric. Oh, I love that fabric.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, that's right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. From studio. Hey, we'll kick off the guest. So we just kicked him off.
Okay.
That was pretty fun.
Just us now.
Uh-oh. Now we have to actually talk and
That's
engage.
right.
Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing? I see all our favorite friends here. Denise, Karen, Jareen, I always say her name wrong. Triss, Char, Angelina, Karen, Janice, Chris on YouTube. Welcome, everybody, to Quilt Talk for Monday morning. I am Tony. This is Joann. This is her show. I'm just like taking Josh's space for today.
As I always say, Josh is the star, so now Tony must be.
No. We're gonna play silly. So anyway, let's don't forget to hit like and share. And we got some things we want to share, and we're gonna do a tribute today to a designer that we both enjoyed, and I loved her, and we knew her personally. So we're gonna talk about her in a minute. But don't forget, we do have Quilt Fest tickets for Jacksonville Quilt Show, September 19th, 20th, and 21st. Tickets are here in hand, 14 for seniors, 15 for everybody else. Don't forget, we have those in hand.
I am so excited. My list is getting longer and longer.
Oh, what you're going to shop for, look for?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, because that's the way I work too. When I go to a quilt show, it seems overwhelming, especially if you've never been. And it's got all these vendors, and they got all this pretty candy out there, and you're like,
And you have to be really careful, because if you're like me and just a natural born shopper, then I always have a tendency to go to the vendors first, and then don't have enough time for the quilts.
Exactly.
And so I really want to make sure I have time for both.
Well, what I normally do is I walk the aisles. I don't even walk into the booths. I just walk up and down the aisles of vendors and kind of see what's available. Then I go look at the quilts, and then it gives me time to process some things, and then I'll go to where vendors I wanted to see first, and then I'll walk around the vendors.
Yeah, I used to do the same thing in California. I would go for 2 days, and the first day I was not allowed to buy anything.
That's actually very smart.
And then it gave me time, because I convinced my husband to let me do this, because they said it will actually be saving you money.
To go to twice.
Yes.
Very smart. Very smart. So one of the big things we have going on at the shop is we are starting to get fabric in every other day, it seems like. So I'm not even showing. There's still like 3 or 4 other lines I can't show you. I'll let Josh show them next week.
And they're beaubeauble. I look
vibrant.
I happened to
colors.
see one as I'm walking through, and I'm thinking, why isn't she showing this one?
I only wanted 2, and I didn't even show all of what we have of each of these lines. So our first one up is Anne-Marie Horner. This is one of Josh's favorite designers as well. The vibrancy in these prints are amazing. It looks washed out on the screen, but it is a deep, rich purple with a, what you call it, a fuchsia pink or a bright pink?
A bright pink, and then the white and yellow. I mean, it's
Yeah.
got almost every color in there. It's amazing. If you're a collage person, Tony and I were just talking about this and being able to, because it would be very easy to cut out these shapes, or even as a long piece and put it in, you know, maybe down the side of your collage or along the bottom or any number of things. But it's just a great fabric and very, very easily used as a collage thing.
Yeah. It's really cool. And I these are kind of geeky. I like these ones because they have a traditional quilt texture to them, but it's the colors. I love both of these colorways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, I don't know, like a Dresden plate heart.
Yeah. You know, this was a pattern from the 40s, I think.
Oh, I think I have square triangle. It's just really cool.
Mm-hmm. It is. And lovely colors in this one. It's nice. It would be nice just to have a little piece of this so you could use it to choose colors from.
That's true. Like a paint card.
Yes, exactly. Very pretty.
You got your corals, pinks, and purples and yellows in that one. And this one, it's not cross stitch. It looks knitted. The kind of the way the stitches look on these, which are still kind of cool. Again, love the texture. Look like I'm on a sea. I'm sorry, guys. My hand's not as strong as I thought it was. There we go, like this.
Whole new appreciation.
We don't have. Yeah, it's right. Josh has long arms. We do not. This table's longer than the Martelli table, so that's why it's like,
really
and the camera's
stretching.
way far away. Another thing that Josh is bringing back into the shop is Aborigine fabric. How do you say it? Is that right?
That was good, because if you can't say that, then dementia is close to setting in. But you got it out. We're encouraged.
So he's gonna start bringing in some more of this kind of fabric. How's that?
Okay.
And he's bringing like a couple bolts every month to build up a collection. But it's beautiful. I love it. It's just, you remember those eye tests they used to say, what's the number that you see? This is always what this reminds me of.
Or can you see a shape in here?
Right.
But, you know, I don't usually like this sort of fabric, and I really like this one. It must be the color.
Yeah, that's why I pulled it, because it's got the teal in it. And then this one's deep purple and white with black in it. Yeah, very pretty. These would be great bags. I think we were looking when they came in, they'd be great bags. And this is a yellow.
Good idea.
It's just so cool.
I was looking at that thinking, what would you do?
And I'm saving Joshua's favorite. These are Joshua's two favorite from this line of collection. And there's like 4 other bolts. I didn't bring them all up, but you kind of get the picture. They're very vibrant and lots of dots.
Yeah, that's good.
Denise says she likes the purple one. So do I, Denise. There's actually another purple one too. I didn't bring it over, but those are all new. We do have, like I said, we have lots of new fabric. So make sure you swing on by and come in and check out what we have. What else do I have on my list? Okay. Oh, so with Josh being at Baby Lock Tech this weekend, he has been making videos. So if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll see he's posted some videos of him talking about the different machines, the Radiance and the Applaud. And what else do I want to talk about? New fabric. Okay.
Are you going to tell anything about them, like the Applaud, which
the Applaud is a 6-thread over cover stitch. 6-thread cover stitch.
Wow.
It does decorative flat stitches that no other machine can do.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. You have to watch the video. Again, the videos are up. He took some videos, but Baby Lock has a video as well, and I posted it in Facebook. But it's the coolest thing because it's got this little pincher thing that helps move the fabric back and forth. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of cool. It's mesmerizing. It's like watching planes fly. Or watching your embroidery machine stitch out. It's that kind of thing. But you got to hold your fabric straight.
Well, that sounds like I'd like to see it. I am resisting buying anything. So, and I have no use for a cover, but that sounds like fun to know about.
I think, well, we posted some pictures. There's some really cool design elements. Like if you want to make bags, you want decorative bags elements or jackets. They showed a lot on jackets, like the quilting actually being done with it, which is really cool. So
interesting.
Joshua agrees with you, Denise. Purple is the best ones. And Karen loves that green fabric. That's good because that's one. I think that's Josh's is actually the lime green one. And good morning, Jill. How are you today? Good to see you on. So, any other questions? That's a good question. So, okay, we won't keep you as long as Josh. Oh, we got a few minutes. Okay, good. So, we're ready to do our tribute.
Yeah.
Let's do our tribute.
So one of the things you may remember that a lot of times whatever I talk about on Monday morning is whatever's been going on in my sewing room over the weekend and has sparked some ideas. But what I've really been thinking about lately is a woman who died last week, and she was a designer. She was a designer of fabric, designer of patterns, designer of just designer of life. She was one of the most interesting people I've ever met. Within a few minutes after it was announced that she had died, there were over 500 hits on Facebook of people just offering their condolences and retelling who she was. And her name is Daniela Stout. You may not know her. You may know the Cozy Quilt brand. And, she's written some books. And she's got a wall full of patterns. I mean, they're all kinds. And most of them are made, interestingly enough, for 2.5-inch strips. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that she did that was just the most fun for me was her strip club. Now, I had the opportunity to know her, to teach in her store, and to consider her a friend. But I think everybody she met was her friend. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't like I was anyone special, but she was. And so anyway, one of the things she did was a strip club. Now, if you've been to strip club at another shop, it was probably based on hers. I dare say it was never as good as hers was. And you can see hers on YouTube. And if you look up Cozy Quilt strip club, it'll come up and there'll be like a whole bunch of them on there. And what she generally does is she talks about a pattern. Before that, Tony and I have both brought in some quilts that she designed. So this is one. This is one that Tony made a long time. One of the nice things about them is she simplifies the techniques that she uses so that it makes it so that people can make them.
Right.
And they can make them fairly quickly. And you can kind of come up with these designs that you sort of look at and say, how did she do that? But the way she did it was very simple. Mm-hmm. And so that's one. And
that was the first one I did. That one's called Trade Winds, if you're interested. When Valley Pops from Hoffman Fabrics came out back in 2007, that's how old that quilt is. That was one of the first patterns that she created for the Valley Pops. And mm-hmm. So that's what that's from. And this one's called The Tube. And no, it's not supposed to match. I forever was trying to match up my points and they're not supposed to, just so you know.
Oh, from the pattern?
Yes.
See, she does things like that. She makes it so that, if you're not good at matching seams, great. There's a pattern you can use. Mm-hmm. That's why.
It's meant to be offset.
It's meant to be offset.
Good morning, Diane. So what did you, oh yeah, that's right. You brought that.
I brought this one. And this is when when Tony and I started talking about doing this morning and talking a little bit about her. And I started thinking about what do I remember about her and what are things that that would make a good quilt for me to remember her. And so I made this quilt. And this is a memory quilt in a lot of ways for me because I'm from the East Coast in Washington, D.C., where there was actually a fall. And so we, I brought pins. Did I just drop them all?
That's okay. We got pins.
Okay. So what I'm going to show you is how this block is made. One of the things that she did was not only did she do patterns and design fabric. Do you have one more? I'm sure. Design fabric, and she came up with a ruler to use with the 2.5-inch strips. And I consider these kind of magic.
I agree.
So this quilt is made up of what appear to be half square triangles. All these are half square triangles. And what she's done is she's done what she calls her tube method. And so she's taken two strips, two 2.5-inch strips, cut the length in half. So you're only using a portion of it, half of it. And you can use the other half with a different fabric. So you can have all sorts of different combinations of fabric. So she takes the two. To make this half square triangle right here, she takes these two and then takes a background fabric and puts them together like this. So you have the background fabric and the strip fabric, and she sews them together down the side. Now I only have pieces that I've cut from, but she sews them together down the side. So you have a tube like this. So as you may have figured out already, when you put two 2.5-inch strips together and you sew them together down the center, you have a 4.5-inch strip. So this is a 4.5-inch background strip, and this is 4.5 inches of the two things. Now, when you cut them into a half square triangle, if you use her ruler, this is the ruler she devised. It's called the strip tube ruler. And you can put this on, for this size, you put it on the 5.5-inch line, which means you're getting a 5.5-inch square from your 4.5-inch strip. So you just cut along the ruler, and then you have a square. It's brilliant, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I'd like some audience participation. So when you see something that's really cool, just write brilliant. And
oh, that's right. We're going to do brilliant.
Brilliant. So this is the half square triangle that goes like this. Okay. And then there is this one, the one for here, these are done. You take one 2.5-inch strip and put it together with another 2.5-inch strip like this. You put them together like this. Once again, you sew down each side and then cut around it, and you have this right here. So that's how you put those together. So we brought this up. Will this stick to this, do you think?
I think so.
Oh, it does. It does.
That
so this particular block actually ends up being a 9-patch. So we have this stem, and then this, one of the half squares with all the stripes. That's right, like this. And when you're using a jelly roll, then you have all kinds of different fabrics in there. Mm-hmm. So then we have our half square triangle like this. And I think I can do this.
Look at that. I think you can.
Maybe. I did have to take a couple of these parts.
Look, they all say brilliant.
Oh, yay!
Look at them all. That's awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
That's our new special word.
Our new special word. So we're going to put it up on the
brilliant.
Brilliant. That's awesome.
You have to explain to them why that's important.
So during that, on Saturday, she does a strip club. I think it was the second Saturday of the month. It's at 8:30. It was in her shop. There would be over 50 women who would gather and listen to her. And they would see the quilt of the month, because Daniela had a new quilt every single month. Daniela would show how to do a block, much like I've done here. And she'd always say, "You can do that, right?" And they would all say yes. And then when she did something that was really neat, they'd all say, "Brilliant." And some of the earlier shows, she actually trained them how to do that.
That's what we're doing here. We're training you how to say brilliant.
That's right.
Would you guys like a strip club? I think we should have a strip club.
I think we should too. I think
Joann has volunteered to do it. We just haven't figured out when. So maybe next year we'll start a strip club.
Next year, that's right. So we have this, and then there's a white block up here, which didn't make it into the group. So here's your, thank you very much.
Well, it's a little different when you're too close to it. You know what I mean?
And so anyway, that's that.
Close enough.
Now, let's say you're looking at this thinking, I will never do anything like that. That just isn't for me. I don't need that. However, what I'm going to tell you is if you happen to ever make half square triangles to put on your quilt, and you have a quilt where you want to make a lot of them, then you do the very same thing. You take a 2.5-inch strip, you put a right sides together with a background or whatever it is that you want as your second fabric. You take this,
Use a small one,
and you use a small one, and so you put the ruler right on the line, on the sewing line,
seam line. Yep.
and you cut around it. So you have, and once again, the magic of this is I just took 2.5-inch strips and made a 3-inch half square triangle. So when you have this strip, now you're going to switch it around and you're going to go on the other side. But what you can do, because this is really kind of awkward, you just, and of course it didn't cut, you just flip it around like this, and you flip it each side so that it will be easier to cut, and you just cut it like this. So now you have another one, and you and a half a strip, you'll get about 9 half square triangles. Now I know that this is a really great thing because my class just did a quilt that had 100 or so half square triangles around the outside.
Wow.
And they were very excited that, at first they were kind of thinking, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to make all those half square triangles. But when they learned this method, it became really easy, especially seeing as it's all trimmed. You don't have to cut it down or anything. It's all ready for you. All squared up. And if you want to cut off your points at the same time, you flip it around, you take the ruler like this, bring your block up to where it kind of meets there at the center like that, and you just trim off the edges. Once again, brilliant.
And it's why I love this tool. When in my store, I used to sell this because it's squaring up half square triangles. That's the main reason I sold it. But as you can tell, I've done several other patterns with it too. So
yeah,
brilliant.
It is it's just a simple thing, and it just works perfectly. It has the 2 sizes. The big size is fine, and that's what I have. But the smaller size is just perfect. I think they're great.
It's easier to do a 2-inch half square triangle with a little ruler than this moving all over the place.
Exactly.
Yeah, I do have rubber feet on mine, and you can tell I use it a lot because I have my glow tape on there.
Yeah, it's always good to mark the glow tape. I do have a couple of blocks that were not quite the right size.
Because sometimes your eyes, see the line. So, but I love it. So
yeah, it's a good thing. And the reason why I thought it was important to talk about Daniela is because her spirit as a quilter, as a businesswoman, as just a human being, that spirit is alive in all of us. Mm-hmm. And she was just such a role model in making that come alive and encouraging people to take on that same joy that you can spread because you make quilts.
I never saw her with a frown. Never saw her. And she's been through a lot in the last couple of years. She was going through battling cancer, but she was learning how to fly. Mm-hmm. I love it when she went to the wine country. She was a beautiful person.
Yeah. 4 years she battled the ovarian cancer.
Yeah.
Even when I saw her on Facebook, she always had a smile on her face. Like Tony said, during that 4 years, she learned how to fly. She welcomed a grandchild. She traveled extensively. She spent time with her family. She used every single second of her life. And I would love to be able to say the same.
Yeah. She was a great role model, inspiration.
Mm-hmm. So yes, she was.
She will be greatly missed.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
But we'll carry it on. Brilliant Strip Club. That's what we should call it. The Brilliant Strip Club. I think that's our
name. We have a name. We just need a date.
That's right. We'll work on that. Give us until January. We'll talk about that. So does anybody else have any questions? We should open up for Q&A real quick. So anybody have any questions? Some of you come in late. Hey there, Diane. I see Tammy's on there now. Teresa says yes, yes, yes. I don't know what she said yes to, but it must have been something to do with cutting the code word. Laura's like, give me the code word. Well,
What do you think?
I think I know what it is. Do you?
I do. What do you think it is?
What do you think the code word for this week would mean? And if you're wondering what the heck is a code word, if you come into the store and pay with cash, we give you a Cash Pig ticket. It goes into a drawing, which will probably be done next Monday, for a $25 gift certificate. And you get 2 if you come in and say the secret code word, which is brilliant. That was all planned. Brilliant is the code word, guys. So I'm in on the strip club. Okay, Louise.
Okay.
She's in.
Yeah. It'll be fun.
Brilliant is the code word, guys. Good job. Good job. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, on the strip club. Okay, I see. Oh, everyone was in on the strip club.
It's in our future.
Not my future. I mean, your future. We might tag team. We can tag team.
Our
Yeah, we
future.
had talked about that actually. It's been a while since we talked about it, but all right, guys, that is it for Quilt Talk today. And look, it's 9:30. We did
good. You get out in time to go have coffee and do all kinds of things this morning.
That's right. We were surprised Josh didn't talk as much as he could have.
Yeah, that was a surprise to me. I thought he's done already. How did that happen?
We love you, Josh. We miss you. And Maria, Miss Maria. So, hey there, Bonnie. We're about to sign off. So if you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. We'll catch up with you later and see them. If you're watching on the rerun, don't be afraid to leave a comment. What have we got going on this week? It's Embrace Embroidery Week, so that's full. Josh will be back probably Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure. I have to look and see. And same with Maria. But
Will they be in the shop or are they?
yeah, they will because we have an Embrace Embroidery event.
Oh,
so,
that's right.
So I think they'll be here Thursday or Friday. I don't know which day they're coming back. So if you have any questions, the rest of us are here. We got Nancy, Tamara, and Chrissy. We're all here this week. I'm trying to think what else. I'm stalling. Okay. We're gonna wrap this up. So you guys have a great week. Hope to see you soon and live to create.
Yes. And just create brilliantly.
I love it. Have a good one, guys.
Bye. All right.
That was fun.